Right, Bismillah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All of those listening and watching, we are talking about Surah al-Fatiha in Let's Grow Qur'an Daily. I'm Yousuf, Raza, and we have reached the middle of the fourth ayah. We spoke about Iyyaka na'bud. Now we're going to wa Iyyaka nasta'in. Because as soon as we recognize the immensity of the task that Iyyaka na'bud puts before us, what we're acknowledging before Allah, standing in front of Him, repeatedly telling Him that we are committing to discipline ourselves and then to work in accordance with how He wants this world to be a better place, and our place particularly in making this world a better place. When we commit to the fulfillment of that meaning in our lives, then that's a tough ask, right, to say the least. For the very first few steps involved in self-discipline become incredibly challenging, right? So there is so much difficulty in giving up whatever it is that gives us our immediate gratification. It becomes a matter of great difficulty in trying to make the world a better place, because whatever is going on, whatever kind of place it is, change doesn't come easy. Even if it's change for the better, people don't usually roll out the red carpet expecting for you to just do the good that you're so capable of doing. There's challenges, there's obstacles, internal, external, you name it. There will be critics, there will be opposition, there will be all kinds of challenges that you'll have to face. And so naturally what follows is وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ, that to you alone we turn to for help. Particularly important here is what kind of help isti'ana is representing. It is the kind of help that we resort to after having given our best, right? So we can use dua to evade responsibility, and we do that all the time as human beings. The kind of responsibility that does fall on our shoulders, the ends that we need to cover, the bases that have to be covered by us, we, in our laziness, our slothfulness, let them be and expect for this divine intervention to cover those ends for us. So kind of like the people of Musa alayhi salam, when he asks them to come forth and fulfill their responsibility, whatever it is that they had to do to enter into the Holy Land and get rid of those tyrannical people that were already there, oppressive, unjust people. And the Bani Israel straight out refused. They said, you and your Rabb go, idhab anta wa rabbuka faqatila inna hahuna qa'idun. You and your Rabb go, Musa, we're sitting right here. We're sitting right here. You do this for us. So we have to be very, very careful when we're turning to Allah for help and dua, in isti'ana, when we're asking Him, we are not asking Him so as to get a clean chit and not have any responsibility to worry about. Rather, we're asking Him so as to be able to do our jobs better. Like, Allah, we did the best we could. Yes, there will be shortcomings, there will be mistakes, there will be slip-ups. We want those to be covered. We did our best, but there are some things that are truly and genuinely outside of our power. They are within yours. We leave that up to you, right? So very important in this process of self-development and growth and fulfillment of our meaning, as Allah would have us fulfill, is to take our own responsibility, right? So if the ball is in our court, we're supposed to be the ones playing it, right? So we're, not only do we evade responsibility by this this escape that a particular pathological kind of dua gives us, that we're not doing the effort that we have to, we're not making the dua, we're not making taking the responsibility that we have to, the choices that we have to, we're not making all of those, and we're expecting divine intervention to just rescue us from that. What that does is that not only are we giving up the responsibility that we have to take up, of choices that we have to make, of actions that we have to do. We're giving up opportunities of growth. We're giving up opportunities. So here we have Allah as our Rabb, who wants nothing more than for us to grow, as He has made clear repeatedly, right? That this is His whatever the Quran represents of what Allah wants from us. Yuridullah, what Allah wants, and we're going to study that as we get to Surah Nisa sometime in the future. And everywhere other than that as well, within Fatiha, within Him telling us that He's our Rabb. So He wants our growth, and we're like, nah, we don't want to grow. We don't want to do this. Not us, not now. We don't want, you just do it for us. It's like a child telling the parent, you know what, I don't want to learn to walk. I'll stick to the stroller for the rest of my days. You know, you take me everywhere. Why the hell do I need to learn how to carry my own weight? Right? So we need to be very, very careful that the dua that we're making to Allah, the isti'ana, the seeking, the reliance, the falling back on Allah, the trusting Him, the asking of Him, is not an escape. And so that's one of the integral meanings within isti'ana, is the kind of that the effort has been put in, that there is no evasion of responsibility. And then yes, there is a recognition that the immensity of the task is such that we do need His help. We do need His support. We need Him to empower us. Strength, power comes from Him. We do what we gotta, but then we make sure that we turn to Him to ensure that His help covers up any loose ends that we've left. They're not going to be just loose ends. They're going to be like, whole areas of mistakes, of shortcomings, of wrongdoings that we want for Him to cover up for. And not only that, the actual practice that is taking place to ensure that we persevere. We require His help, His support in all of that. And that's what we want in Iyyaka nasta'in. And also important to recognize that it is His help that we fall back on. And it gets a little tricky, that His help doesn't mean that you give up on the resources and means that are necessary for you to reach your destination. That is not like, I rely only on Allah. I don't need no car, no vehicle, no nothing. I'm just going to rely on Allah. He'll get me to my whatever destination I want to go to. No, but it is also important that there are certain things, that means and resources that may be taken away from us. People who support, we lose. And people or means whose support we should cut off from. Because in the long run, in the bigger picture, it's just not right. Right? There are morals and values being violated in resorting to certain means, resources, or people. So cutting off from those is necessary and representative of how we do truly and really rely on Allah alone. So for example, there is some sort of haram earnings. There are some sort of earnings which are prohibited from some kind of illegal source, be it interest, be it gambling, be it cheating others one way or the other, and we're just into it. And saying, you know what, to fulfill my meaning in life that Allah has for me, I have to resort to this income. That's not relying on Allah. That's not relying on, relying and falling back on everything that is halal, that is not morally objectionable, that is not just that signifies trust in Allah, that signifies having tawakkul in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we resort to all of what He has declared for us to use, right? So that's an important recognition. Thank you very much for listening me out, having these, giving me the opportunity to share these insights with you, with the dua to Allah that He helps us in growing and growing for as good as our growth is, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan for watching. Akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillah. If good things happen to you after subscribing to Jimmy Kimmel, better things are going to happen to you if you subscribe to my channel.